What's going on, guys? New York Sports up here, and I'm back at it with another New York Giants video. And I'm going to be making a video on Daniel Jones and pretty much a lot of people around the NFL, guys like ex-NFL quarterbacks, ex-NFL players have really high expectations for the New York Giants starting quarterback, Daniel Jones. And as like myself, and we all know Daniel Jones had a 3-9 record, I believe, as a starting quarterback last year and had very struggles with fumbling the ball. Obviously, this offseason, he came out and said that his biggest offseason workout, the biggest problem he's trying to fix is ball security. Obviously, that was his biggest problem last year. So that's one thing he needs to improve for sure. That's he definitely struggled, and he earned the nickname of Danny Fumbles at some point in the year. But besides that, we all know Daniel Jones was very impressive last season. Had some very good games, and was one of the best rookie quarterbacks to play last year. Had game in his rookie game against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he had 4 touchdowns, including a clutch rushing touchdown on a 4th and 5 to win the game for the New York Giants, and also a really good game against the Redskins where they won 41-35 in overtime and had 5 total touchdowns. I mean, Daniel Jones has played really well and had a pretty decent rookie season, but he's just surrounded by a really bad team and a really bad defense, to back him up, and also had a really bad offensive line. I mean, Nate Solder just got him killed the whole year, and he got sacked a lot because this offensive line was so weak, and he didn't have his running back for the whole season. Obviously, Saquon Barkley is the most dynamic running back in the NFL, and he didn't have Saquon Barkley their whole season. Barkley really struggled with injuries, and the bad offensive line really didn't help him. Barkley had some kind of had a down season last year, and obviously didn't have a fully healthy receiving core. Guys like Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard has struggled with concussions this year. Golden Tate missed the first 4 games, and wasn't as good as I thought he would be, but he was, I guess, pretty solid. And Darius Slayton was one of the guys who had a breakout year, but he played really well. But Evan Ingram was a guy who barely even played this year. Guys like Caden Smith really stepped up and played pretty well. But anyway, he a lot of his receivers and a lot of his his offensive teammates were hurt, and he didn't really have his full squad to build his game around. And now I think if with a fully healthy team, I think Daniel Jones can definitely improve his game, and with an improved offensive line with Andrew Thomas on the line and maybe Matthew Pert. Probably to join the offensive line at some point this year. I really like Shane Lemieux. I think he's going to be a decent center for this team. Guys like Nick Gates, who performed well last year, he'll probably start the year and then probably get moved. But overall, I think this offensive line's definitely improved, and I think if we can have a healthy receiving core, and Saquon Barkley can also stay healthy as well, and I think that's keys to improve Daniel Jones and is pretty much in his whole career. I think that's how Daniel Jones can improve, and I think the only reason why he can improve is because he needs his full team. He needs his team around him, and he needs his players around him to stay healthy. And he also needs the defense to step up, because we all know Daniel Jones probably had his best game of his career, second best game maybe against Detroit. I think he might have had 4 touchdowns. I think we lost 31-26, and that's a game we should have won. The defense kind of ruined it. We just gave up too many points. Obviously, we had a lot of games where we started off getting down 14-0 early. We were always down early, and we never really had a great first half. And, the defense gave up a lot of points where Daniel Jones had a really good game, especially that game in Detroit against the Lions. Daniel Jones played really well, but the defense didn't back him up. We lost that game 31-26. So Daniel Jones had a really impressive rookie season. I feel like if he was on a better team, maybe he would have been a pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I thought he played really well. And if he was on a better team last year, if the Giants were good last year, I feel like he could have been a strong candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But we all know how good Daniel Jones played. Now, a lot of people have really high expectations for next year. Guys like David Rutcliffe came out and said that he's going to have an amazing year too, which I can agree with. Guys like Chris Sims, I believe it's the son of Phil Sims, former New York Giants retired number quarterback, who's one of the best quarterbacks in New York Giants history. His son came out and said that he's going to have a better year. He's going to come back and improve on the fumbles, and he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league, which I personally do agree. I think Daniel Jones will be a Pro Bowler in the next couple of years. I think he's a really talented quarterback, and obviously a lot of people have high expectations for him, and I can agree with them. I also have really high expectation for Daniel Jones. Obviously, we have a very tough schedule. We play against some good defenses next year, guys like the 49ers, teams like the 49ers, teams like the Baltimore Ravens, 2 really good teams with really good defenses, and I'm excited to see how Daniel Jones can improve. And he did the Patriots defense when we played the Patriots last year. The Patriots had a really good defense. He kind of struggled that game. He only scored 14 points against the Patriots defense, so that was kind of a good team that we played against that he didn't perform well against. The Packers, he only dropped 13 points, but hopefully he can improve against better teams next year, and I think he will. So I agree, and I can definitely see why they have high expectations for him. I have very high expectations for them, and I think Daniel Jones will perform well and make the Pro Bowl next season. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys have a lot of high expectations for Daniel Jones, which I'm pretty sure you do, because we all know how good this kid can be. I think he's a really talented quarterback. I think he could be a really good quarterback in this league. I think he'll be a Super Bowl champion at some point in his career, at some time maybe in the next 5-6 years. I think he'll be a Super Bowl champion, and I think he'll be the New York Giants franchise quarterback, and he's going to lead the Giants to some winning seasons, because in a couple of years, the New York Giants are going to be a really fun team to watch, and Daniel Jones is going to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league. I think Daniel Jones I don't know if he'll make like a step up like Lamar Jackson did. Obviously, Lamar Jackson, back in 2018 in his rookie season, he struggled with fumbling the ball. I don't know if he'll come back and have the MVP year like Lamar Jackson did, because Lamar Jackson was unbelievable last year. I don't think Daniel Jones will take that big of a step up, but I think Daniel Jones will take maybe like a Carson Wentz type of step up. Obviously, Carson Wentz, I think 2016 might have been his rookie year, but I think in 2018, the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Carson Wentz was one of the better quarterbacks in this league until he got hurt and didn't play in the playoffs, but he had a fantastic regular season. He was one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I think he'll probably take that kind of step up. I think Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones could be a top 10, borderline top 10, maybe even top 8 quarterback this year. He'll be better than guys like Dak Prescott, Dwayne Haskins, all that type of stuff. I think he'll be better quarterbacks than them. I think he might be on like a Josh Allen, Kyler Murray type level. I think he's going to be really good next year, and I think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFC next year. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.